Welcome back to the channel. This is what my obsession looks like. My top 5 modifications you should do to a Raptor or Raptor R. The thing I believe that changes any vehicle, especially the Raptors, is something as simple as wheels and sometimes tires, but I don't think you actually have to change tires. So we're running some awesome wheels from Vossen with some 13.5 wide Toyos, and I love them. It's on 37s with a little front level. I think I have a 1.5 inch front level on this. So I really have barely any rubbing when I'm driving on the road. And when you look at it, it just looks like a completely different vehicle. And I wouldn't say it's the most cost effective, but it definitely changes the look of the vehicle the most. It doesn't matter how much you do to the outside of a truck. If you leave the tires and wheels stock, the truck kind of always looks stock. My number 2 would be if you own a Raptor R. Obviously they have incredible power already, and there's going to be a little bit of an argument. Obviously there's aftermarket like Hennessy, Shelby, where you can buy it with the upgraded Supercharger and still keep the warranty. And what? See what Ford yeah, you can buy one for an undisclosed price for the same power as 10 grand more to the truck. So I guess depending on what they release it for cost wise, it looks like Ford just released one for 970 horsepower, right?
I think so.
It's about that. But it's a little shy of 1,000. So if you do the upgraded Whipple Supercharger on this truck, it gets you to about 1,000. Obviously, I think you have to be running 93 octane, which we do not have here in the state of Utah. So I'm running 91. So I don't know the exact power outage of this car, or this truck, but I do know we're about 900 to 1,000 total crank on this truck with the upgraded Whipple. So when you look at about 10 to 12,000, that's the cost of the unit and the installation. It's pretty awesome, and it drives very close to stock. And it's cool, you can actually do it with the stock exhaust. And so it's not like you have to hear a difference really in sound. You hear a little bit more whine from the Supercharger, but you don't have like an huge exhaust change unless you change the exhaust. So following up with the Supercharger, item number 3, whether it's for the EcoBoost or it's for the Raptor R, I'm a huge advocate for an exhaust because these come with stock valves. And so the fact that you can just change on your steering wheel and you can go to quiet mode, so you don't have to listen to the truck, you don't have to listen to any drone, it's not going to be loud. But 2 real things: it improves sound, which I love, especially when you're going off road and you get to just go and rip it and rally this truck how it's supposed to be used. And then the look, I'm big on the look of the exhaust. And obviously we know the stock exhausts look pretty because of the dual, like exits from the rear, but we're running the Carson Racing exhaust on the back end, and it's just cool because you can go crazy loud and get the sound of a V8 that's supercharged, or you can go dead quiet and it kind of just sounds like every other truck. And you've got some flexibility there. So that's 2 and 3, Supercharger, and 3 is exhaust. Want to hear how it sounds? Talk into it while you hold it. To give you an example, this is the exhaust on the valves closed, so it's really not that loud. And then I'm gonna have Will hold it, and we're gonna give it a few revs with the valves completely closed, and then we're gonna open them to Baja, which is them completely open, and you're gonna hear the sound difference just by the click of a button. So that is what, so that's the difference of just the valves being open and closed. And then there's obviously different valve positions through there. So you don't have to keep them all the way open. You don't have to keep them all the way closed. This exhaust we sell for about $1,200, and it still passes emissions. We know that. And so that's always a huge win in the state of Utah. We're not trying to, we're trying to increase the sound a little bit, but we're not trying to make it annoying. Number 4 kind of goes for all F-150s, but I would also say it goes for all vehicles. It's a custom steering wheel. The steering wheels in the Raptors come pretty nice. They're a full leather wrapped steering wheel with heated, obviously around the outside, the wheels part of it. What we did, this is a Carson Racing carbon steering wheel, so it still has the leather sides, but they retain the heat. It has carbon on the top and bottom. We changed out the plastic bezeling for carbon bezels, and then we changed out the airbag cover for the plastic airbag that comes with the blue Ford to a nice Alcantara deviated red stitching, and then the carbon Ford logo with the carbon paddle shifters. Again, this is something that costs, I would say, about $1,500 total installed, and it's delightful. It just completely changes the feel of the inside, especially this is our thing that we touch the most when we're in a vehicle, and so I really like it. If you're just doing the steering wheel itself, you can get those for $700-800. If you're doing everything included with the paddles, with the airbag cover, with the bezel, it's about $1,500, and that includes installation. So that would be my top, my fourth item. If I was buying a truck, well, even if it was just a stock F-150, you can improve the feel of the inside pretty dramatically, but you can also do it for any vehicle, any make, model. So yeah. Item number 5 would be an improved sound system. You can do a really affordable sound system off of Amazon for a couple $100, $400 or $500, just to add more bass. That's what I had on my last truck, and it was a large improvement. You can actually just wire into the existing sub that's behind the seat and just add 1 or 2 additional like 10-inch subs, just the small box subs behind the seat, and that's a great way of doing it on a budget. And then there's kind of the exact opposite, where the entire truck on the inside was soundproofed, and then this is a custom box under the seat with 3 12-inch subs that go under the seat. And it really just improves the sound. The sound system in these trucks already sound incredible, but it's a very big difference, but it also costs a lot more. So I don't know if it's one that I would say go out and spend a ton of money, or you can even just spend $1,000 and really improve the sound. You can also see behind the seat where all the electronics for the sound system are, and I love it. Didn't know I needed it till I had it, and then I really enjoyed it, sadly. All right, we have 4 bonus runner-up items. I thought they were important. Some's gonna agree that they should have made it to the top 5, but the first one is amp research steps. So obviously it gives you the look of more clearance, which is awesome. They're automatic, they come down, and they have this really cool accent light on them, so I love that. Okay, so bonus item number 2 is an airlift rear bag system. Raptors are known for squatting, and so if you're only towing a couple thousand pounds, it doesn't really matter. But if you're ever getting to 5,000-10,000 pounds, they will squat, and especially with large wheels, they'll almost rub. And so it really takes away from the towing experience in a truck like the Raptor. And I know they're not made for it, but there's just times where I like to tow a car around. And with this airbag system, it's got a compressor back here, and then there's a place that holds the air. What is that? An air tank. And then it's got a remote right here that when it's on, I have 3 preset settings. So I can just set it. Right now it's set to 5 PSI in the back, so I still have the full suspension of the Raptor. But if I increase it to 30 PSI, I can load 6,000-7,000 pounds in a car and trailer on the back, and there's no sag whatsoever, and I will love it. Okay, bonus item number 3. This one, obviously, if your truck's always just in the city, you won't care much for it. But if you're ever going out hunting or you're going Bajaing, having a Starlink Mini is huge. So we were able to buy a mount that goes directly to the 3rd brake light, and the Starlink Mini's mounted a little bit forward facing, so it's good for aerodynamics, and I think that's how it's supposed to be used, so that it gets the best reception. So it's nice every time I get in the truck, I always have Wi-Fi. If I'm ever camping, I can just turn on my truck and I've got Wi-Fi whenever. It's nice to know everywhere the truck is and I've got great Wi-Fi connection. Bonus item number 4. This one is absolutely unnecessary. I don't know if it's completely legal. I don't use it. And I don't know where the system came from. Okay, here's the train horn.
It's awful.
It's not good. I don't know if this is a bonus item anyone would want. Those are the Raptor mods that I cannot live without. Thanks for watching today's video. It means the world. Please do not forget to like and subscribe if you would be so kind. And we'll look forward to seeing you very soon.